Hey guys, welcome back to another pickups video for October 2019. And of course, I want to say hope that everyone had a happy and safe Halloween. I had a great month for pickups here, lots of great stuff to talk about, lots of Scream Factory stuff, but a couple odds and ends as well. So let's start with some of the odds and ends. Kind of a random pickup. This is Wanderlust on Blu-ray. And this is a very underappreciated, maybe lesser known comedy. Came out within the past, 5-10 years or so, starring Paul Rudd. I'm not going to go the ins and outs of it, but it's a very, very funny film made by and with a lot of people from the old MTV comedy troupe, The State. If you remember that, it's back from the 90s. And they've been working consistently over the decades. So this is very much in the same vein as Wet Hot American Summer, which they also did or also had a hand in. But very funny comedy film, very underrated. If you've not seen it, go ahead and pick it up. It's gone in the stock on Amazon recently, so that's why I picked it up. It was like $10, but I didn't want to miss out on it because once these things go out of print, they become hard to find and very expensive. Very inexpensive film, Empire Records on Blu-ray. Got an alert. It was like $2 on Amazon recently, $2 or $3. Maybe it's like $5. Very, very cheap upgrade from my old DVD. Love this film. Again, great 90s comedy film. Lots of nostalgia here for me. Empire Records here on Blu-ray. Very underappreciated. Three from Hell. Just released 4K Blu-ray DVD. Maybe they underestimated this release a little bit because I had a hard time finding it. Best Buy was out of stock. Amazon canceled my pre-order. Actually had to go to a couple of different Walmarts to find it. And there was a gift pack that came out on Blu-ray only, I think. I wanted to get it on 4K. Bill Moseley kills it again in this one. Sherry Muzami does a really good job. Decent follow-up to The Devil's Rejects. Very, very mixed reviews. Very, very mixed opinions. I know a lot of people hate Rob Zombie's films. They hate this. They hate everything except for maybe Devil's Rejects. I thought this was a very, very good follow-up to Devil's Rejects. It definitely felt under budget. Definitely felt like it was Devil's Rejects on a much smaller scale. Of course, Sid Haig just passed away recently, so we have basically the Devil's Rejects without Sid Haig, unfortunately. But Bill Moseley does it again in this one. His turn as Otis in these films is just a testament to how good of an actor he is, and he's such a nice guy. I did have a chance to meet him a couple years ago at a convention, had him sign a couple of things. Super, super, super nice guy. How he's able to do this is just a testament to how good of an actor he really is. Give it a shot. It's maybe not as bad as most people say it is. If nothing else, maybe you give it a rental on VOD. But I enjoyed it quite a bit. Not as good as Devil's Rejects, but I think a very decent follow-up. And will they not do a fourth one? I don't know. Let's see, what else do I have here? Addams Family Values on Blu-ray. Kind of seasonal, kind of fits the whole Halloween motif here. Really, really well cast. Of course, Angelica Houston as Morticia Addams and the late Raul Julia as Gomez. Really, really fun films here, especially the first one. Again, lots of nostalgia here for these movies. I think every generation, like maybe the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, has their own version of these, and these would be mine. These are the ones that I grew up with here. Very, very enjoyable films. Flew under my radar. I had no idea this was coming out until like a week before. Then I placed my order, and very happy to get this. First time for Addams Family Values on Blu-ray, and my first time owning either of these. So these would be really welcome additions to my collection. Another cheap one here from Amazon is Hereditary. This was a flash sale. I think it was like $5. I heard Toni Collette was great in this. I heard the film was genuinely scary, very, very creepy. Modern horror doesn't really do it for me, but I heard this one was really good. For the price, I couldn't pass it up. So here it is, Hereditary on Blu-ray. Give that one a watch here pretty soon. My only pickup from Arrow this month is American Werewolf in London. But what a great set. It's one of their hard box sets. Got the disc, got the booklet here. If nothing else, I wanted to get this for the transfer. The recent Blu-rays, at least in the US, have been very, very bad as far as the transfer is concerned. So this is a massive upgrade. And it's got tons of features on it. These hard boxes are great from Arrow. I just can't pass these up when they come out. A little expensive, but they're definitely worth it. You usually end up getting a movie-only version, usually 6 months to a year down the road. But I do like collecting these big box versions. That artwork's just great, man. They do such a good job. Arrow puts so much time and effort, and the quality just shows. This is probably one of my favorite horror films of all time. Definitely the greatest the greatest werewolf transformation scene of all time is in this film right here. Very enjoyable, very fun. Classic film from John Landis. I love it, and I'm glad to have it. This has been on my list for a while and waited a long time for that one to come out. Next one here, Blue Undergrounds. Two Evil Eyes, trying to get some lenticular action going. This is done in the same vein as their recent releases of Zombie and Maniac. 3-disc set. You have a Blu-ray with a film, you have a features disc, and you have a CD soundtrack. This is the collaboration from Dario Argento and George Romero from 1990. It is a horror anthology film. It is very well done, and this is a 4K restoration. So I know these ones from Blue Underground are catalog titles. They're basically just reissuing them, but the packages have all been very, very good. Again, we have a nice 3-disc edition and a 4K transfer. Say what you want. It's not a gimmick. I know it's Blu-ray. It's not 4K UHD, but it's a 4K scan and then downscaled to a 1080p transfer, 1080p resolution. They just killed it with these releases, though. They look so good, and I can't wait to get into this one because I'm sure it looks great as well. Next couple odds and ends here are going to be kind of strange. Easy Money and Men at Work. This is a Shout Factory release. Out of print. Only reason I got it is because it's out of print, or it just went out of print, and I got it for Men at Work because it's, again, a funny 90s nostalgic film for me. And again, when this stuff goes out of print, it becomes very, very hard to find, very, very expensive pretty quickly. This is still readily available, probably not very sought after, but I wanted to get it now before I wouldn't be able to. So see a common thread here to all this stuff. Another out of print film, Howling 2 from Scream Factory. $14 on Amazon, and just jumped on it again because it just went out of print, and I wanted to be able to get a copy for a decent price before I would have to pay up for it. Because if I had to pay up for it, I probably never would have gotten it. Next handful here are out of print as well. Vincent Price Collection Volume 2. If you've seen the Vincent Price Collection Volume 1 recently, it's selling for upwards of $200. If you get it for under $200 on eBay, it's a steal. Mainly just got this one again just because I didn't want to miss out on it. And this was part of the Scream Factory sale. Probably should have put this one beforehand, but that's fine. Howling 3 for a reasonable price through the Scream Factory sale. I have the first 2, now I have the first 3. More Scream Factory sale stuff here. This is the Universal Horror Collection Volume 1. Probably would not have gotten this one otherwise because it's a little expensive on its own, but these sale titles were actually worth it. They were all less than Amazon prices, so very happy to add this one to my collection. Love the old golden age of horror stuff from Universal. Candyman, Tony Todd, great supernatural slasher film from the 90s. I don't know why I passed on this when it originally came out. I know I've not been guaranteed the slipcover, so thankfully through the sale, this did have a slipcover. And it just one of those things that I saw it was very inexpensive and kind of wonder why I didn't have it, and now I do. Some more sale titles here. Vice Squad, Blu-ray from Scream Factory. This had the poster, so it tells me they didn't run out of their initial run. Not really sure what this is about. I know it's probably a seedy, cheesy cop thing from the 1980s. Probably lots of murder, prostitution, and drugs. And just look at the cover. It looks corny as hell, but lots of times these can be a lot of fun. So for like $15, it was great. Plus I get the poster. Hammer film here. Frankenstein Created Woman with Peter Cushing. And these old Hammer films are a lot of fun. They're all really, really good, especially the ones with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. But again, this comes with a slipcover, as you can see. Also came with the poster. So again, they probably were just trying to get rid of some of their old stock. Eli Roth Green Inferno. Again, came with the poster, slipcover. So the sale was really good to me, as you can see. I got a lot of really good stuff. That's it for my sale titles. So everything else here, let's see, you got the H.P. Lovecraft's From Beyond. And of course, this is another collaboration from Brian Usna and Stuart Gordon, starring Barbara Crampton and Jeffrey Combs. This is an eBay purchase for about $15. Had the slipcover. And you can tell these older ones, the older Scream Factory slips have the blue and the newer ones don't. And a lot of these tend to go for, $40, $50 with the slipcovers, regardless of the title, regardless of they're in print or not. If they're out of print, they go for more. So anytime I can find a Scream Factory title with a slipcover, especially for a really decent price, I'm usually going to be all over that. So for $15, this was a great eBay find here. Again, brand new. And the last one, the newest release from Scream Factory, is the 1988 remake of The Blob, starring Kevin Dillon and Shawnee Smith. Great update to the 1950s classic 1988 remake of The Blob. This is done around the same time and maybe in the same vein as the remake of The Thing and The Fly. Just good updates, great practical effects, and just the kind of reintroducing these films to a new generation. And of course, this is now, 30 years old, so still a great film. I was really happy to see when this was released, or when this was announced, and it just came out a couple of days ago. So this will probably be the next one I open up to watch. As you can see, it's still in the shrink. So yeah, really quick tour of my October pickups. Lots of great stuff. Really expanding on my Screen Factory collection here. I know I say I'm not going for a complete collection, because I'm not. That would be insane, especially with the slipcovers. But past couple months, I've been chipping away here and there. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next month.